It's a beautiful day here in Tucson, Arizona. I just dropped my daughter off at her first day of school here in Tucson. And that was kind of nerve-wracking. It doesn't matter how, she's 13, but still, it doesn't matter how old they are. It's like you don't want to leave your babies, you know. I'm very attached to my daughter. I don't know if it's because the whole father-daughter relationship and everything, but we're very close, and it's difficult for me to put her in that situation. She was a little nervous, but she'll be all right. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about as I drive home here to finish up my work for the day is I wanted to talk about trolls. You know, trolls are something you have to deal with every day. When you're online, no matter where you go, there's always going to be some kind of troll or incel or something like that. Some guy or some girl that thinks they know better than you, that is out looking for a fight, is looking for an argument, is just looking to get a rise out of you, is going to be online. And it's difficult dealing with them, especially if you're a genuinely nice person and you don't generally like get into arguments with people and stuff like that. It's difficult dealing with these kind of people. On Medium, I have a certain way I deal with them. I get, probably 3 or 4 troll comments a month on Medium. Not too many, but there's a way you got to look at this, because some of the people that are on there that appear like they're angry aren't actually angry. They just are confused and they want an answer for their questions. And maybe they don't go about the best about it, but at least they're trying. Those kind of people, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll say, okay, I'll put aside my hurt feelings on the little bit of anger I feel towards this person for being short with me, and I'll answer their question. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you'll turn them around. They won't be so angry. They won't be so confrontational. They'll say, yeah, I agree with you on that, and thanks for being so nice about it. And I give those people the benefit of the doubt. The people that get on there and are nasty just to be nasty, are mean just to be mean, and they cuss at you. Women have it way worse than men. I'll admit, women have such a tough time. Men calling, oh my goodness, there's an accident right here. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Anyway, a big accident back there. But the cops were there, so I'm not going to stop. Anyway, women have it way worse. I hear some of the things that men feel the need to say to women. And guys, come on. Do we have to be so crappy to women? I mean, what's the deal? Are you so intimidated by women that the only way you know how to interact with them is by trying to belittle them? I mean, do we have to do this in 2026? Is it necessary to be so freaking mean and just vicious to women in the comments that are just trying to promote their brand, who are just trying to make a name for themselves online, or just trying to do something for themselves? You got to crap all over them. That's just not cool. But women have it a lot worse. But I still get my share. And the best thing I can tell you to do is don't even interact with these people. Don't give it a second thought. Block them and forget about it. Move on. All they want to do. You don't need to deal with that. You don't need to deal with that at all. So my suggestion is to block them and move on. Never give them a second thought, because that's what they want. They want you thinking about them. They want your attention. If you don't give them that attention, you're not giving them what they want. You're doing what you want. So that's my advice about trolls. If the people are genuine and just a little angry, I give them the benefit of the doubt. If they're just downright trolly and incels and they're going to be crappy to you, just block them. Don't even give them a second thought. Anyway, I'm here at my house, so I'm going to end this little rant, and we'll talk about this a little bit more when I get back in the house here. Okay, so I just dropped Zoe off at school again. It's Friday. Got the whole weekend ahead of us. Pulling out of the school here. We'll have to see if we have any more accidents today after our wonderful accident yesterday. But so yesterday we talked about trolls, and I pretty well covered the subject. I mean, there's not much to say about trolls. I mean, you don't want to give them too much attention. You don't want to like make them happy and fight back. You just block them. Just block them. But in this day and age, you know, we have so little time to do what we need to do, and just spending your time wasted on trolls, it's time better spent. But what I wanted to talk about today was trolls are easy to handle. You just block them. You don't have to worry about them. You block them, you never have to see them again. But what about the people that maybe were a little irritating in the comments, but they weren't at a level where you think you need to block them? Like maybe they're just a little annoyed. So by something you said or something like that. So what do you do with those people? Well, the best thing I could tell you to do is just be nice. The world needs more nice. And if you respond to a kind of snarky comment in a nice way, 9 times out of 10, they're going to also respond back in a nice way. So instead of turning a situation that could be a good situation into a bad one, just be nice. There's too much hate happening in this world that we need to respond to a comment like that with hate or with irritation or with insults, anything like that. There doesn't need to be any insults. It's not necessary. So you be nice. And a lot of times it'll have the opposite effect where you can have a good conversation with them. I've had conversations where they started out saying, you know, I don't agree with you because this is this. And I said, well, okay, I don't agree with you either, but that doesn't mean we can't be on the same wavelength here. So we talked back and forth. The comment went on probably 8 iterations. And, you know, and towards the end there, he said, you know, thank you for being nice. Thank you for being pleasant, you know, because I was just having a bad day. And I decided I was going to take it out on you. And, you know, you were real nice. And so it kind of turned my day around. And I thought, you know, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. You know, because who knows why we're here on this planet? Who knows what purpose we have? What if our purpose is to make other people happy? You know, we're denying that purpose is if we only set out to make people angry. So, you know, what if our purpose is making people's lives better? You know, it's a simple thing to do, but it's so worthwhile. It's so worthwhile to make somebody's day. You know, but I'm almost home here. I want to wrap this up. I know I'm a big guy at repetition, so I like to repeat my points over and over again because, you know, just to make sure you got them. But the whole idea about trolls and stuff it's not a difficult subject, but it's something I wanted to talk about because a lot of people are dealing with this right now. You know, the Trumpers are against the liberals, and it's just red against blue and left against right. And, you know, there's so much going on that we don't need to add to that by fighting in the comments on Medium or whatever website you're on. You just don't need to do it. But anyway, so that's all I got to say. We'll talk to you guys later.